What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy CJ coming in through. Today, I'm going to be going into a deep dive of my girl Storm. I feel like I am at that at that point in the game where I feel like I am knowledgeable in Storm. So I'm just going to give you guys more of like an account tour of what's going on. As you can see, I do have a full Hydro out set. That's probably the best regional set for her her regional set, unless if you get to her special costumes, which would be like her steampunk outfit. But let me show you guys what kind of stats we have for. One thing I have noticed about Storm is she has she is very easy to get a high attack base on. You know, I definitely see that. But one thing that she does lack in is her defensive pierce, critical damage, and critical rate. So when I built my Storm, I kind of tried to focus on those things. Especially whenever you get some type of gears like this, you it's nice to have the attack and the statics effect, but honestly, if I were you, I'd probably try to focus on the crit damage and the crit rate. That's what I try to do with her outfit. With this one too, as you can see, I got crit damage, crit rate on that one. As far as defensive things go, you probably, because a lot of her attacks take up a lot of her stamina, and that's also part of one of her builds inside her specialties. When you roll these, with this one right here, you probably want to go with dodge like always. But on the boots, if I were you and you could probably get lucky, I would probably try to say maybe try to get like 3 cooldown and like 2 stamina recovery. That'd probably be the best for her. So I still got some work to do on this one. Now, when it comes to her cores, as you can see, majority of my cores I try to go for were green, and only did that because, like I said, it's very hard to cap her crit damage, crit rate, which is why I have some red ones for the crit rate. It's hard to cap those because her card set, it does not give her any defensive pierce crit damage like other characters. So whenever you're getting a badge, in all honesty, if I were you, I would try to avoid equipping any badge that doesn't have green or red on it. If it doesn't have green or red on it, just dispose of it. That's the best way I can feel of it. But this is what I'm rocking right now. I don't really care too much for the stats on them because like they're not going to do much for me anyway. But as you guys can see, I got defensive pierce, critical damage, got some attack on here. I will say this though, if you do care that much about attack, I mean not attack, but a power rating, as I know some people do, then you are probably your best option is to probably go ahead and just equip something that has attack. Attack is going to be the biggest focus on her to get hers up. But just bear in mind that it might not be the most optimal build for her. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the card sets that I went with on my Storm. They're very, 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 very free to play friendly. So this is the set that I have on my Storm. I have the Ares card set, shock damage, total damage, attack. I feel like this is a perfect card, so I'm not even going to touch it, even though it's probably best to get it up to 7. But right now, I'm going to probably keep it on this. Now, this Red Skull card, again, this is the same thing. It is a perfect card. But this one I might go ahead and re-roll because that one is absolutely doing nothing for me. Now this one right here, the reason I went with this one is for the cooldown decrease. A lot of her skills, they don't really have high amounts of cooldown, but it's nice when you're able to rapidly set them off and in tandem with her stamina recharge and all that. So you're going to see all of it's going to come together when I get to it. I'm going to explain to you guys. And then I have this attack super. This card is whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you. Both of my Loki cards or whatever, I have defense. Like the reason I'm keeping this right now is because of the defensive pierce, and I'm scared to actually. I might actually keep that card at 5 stars because I am so afraid to lose that defensive pierce. But we'll see. This one right here, it could be a better card, honestly. if you want me to be honest, I might re-roll. This might be the card that I do re-roll, in all honesty. Only for the simple fact that if I'm looking at this, the supervillain damage is the only part I don't like. Maybe I can get total damage or something like that. But however, if I ever spend money in this game again, the reason I'm not really too worried about these two right here is because I am going to try to go for these two cards right here, if I can, in tandem with my Zoloft card, because it only gives me 3, but maybe, I think it's not this one. Is it this one? Oh, guard damage. Yeah, one of those cards I might have to put together. I might do this one right here to get that defensive pierce, in all honesty, because yikes, she's definitely low on defensive pierce, which is very unfortunate for her. So let's go down to my specialties so I can show you guys what I run. Where is the specialties that I run? Oh, here we go. Specialties. So these are the specialties that I run. This one right here, I find that at least level 7 is the sweet spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it honest with you guys. With this one right here, I would say I feel like maybe 7 or 6 is the sweet spot because it's not too much and it's not too little. I know some people who probably max this out and then they're wondering why they can only throw off like one attack here and there, and it kind of just it hampers their damage output because of that. Another one that I love a lot is this one, because I do use the lightning cloud. As you can see on my cards, I had shock and shield on them. But this one is pretty nice. It definitely feels better when you have like 4 out of the 5 skills that are shock, so I can feel that. Now you can play around with these, honestly. I don't feel like, well, as far as chill and shock go, I feel like you can go either or. This is something I use. I just only use this for PvP, and there's nothing else to put this on. However, if you don't care about PvP and your storm may be dying a lot, this might be a good one because it increases the duration of the status effect. So, if you feel like your storm is dying too much in a certain piece of content, maybe you want to throw this on there so your shock debuff can last a lot longer on the opponent. That way you can have a lasting effect on them that is decreased 25% attack damage. So that's a good one. And for the last, I took that one off. Oh, this one is the one that I'm kind of experimenting on. The reason I'm experimenting on this is because of the cooldown. And every time I use my storm, since I have chill on my card, I usually try to run one skill that's chill. Let me go ahead. Yeah. These are the ones that I usually try to run that's specifically skilled. That's chill. So I like when this comes down off on a long cooldown, much more quicker than the other ones. So it allows me to spell. Okay, so now here we go. So I have essentially two suggestions for you guys. I have a full PvE skill and I have a full PvP skill, whichever one you want to go with. So this right here is what I use for my full PvE skill set. However, this is what you want to run if you do have, like her Steampunk or her Hydra. If you were not running her Steampunk or Hydra, and you're a free-to-play player, what I would possibly do is I would take away this attack right here, and you can go either two ways. You can probably move it over to this one. It costs less stamina. The damage isn't as good, but the guard break damage is up there. So, you can probably guard break some bosses and be much more easier with that. Another thing you can do is you can equip this one so you cannot be hit a lot. Like I said, survivability is somewhat of her problems. So if you feel like you need more survivability, just go ahead and pop this on for dodge. Now, before I had this Hydra set, I did not put this one on here. I kind of ran this skill right here. The reason I run this skill is because it's cancelable. When you throw this skill and even you're in dodge, the snow still drops. You can throw it up again, go ahead and cancel it into any one of these attack, and the snow still drops. So like why that ice, snow, and all that stuff is coming down onto them, I usually just go ahead and pop this skill right here, and voila, now it's a magic. Now you got that synergistic going on, and so I always like that in my PvE builds if you don't have Hydra. So now I will go ahead and show you guys her PvP build. This is the one I found that is more how do I want to say, the objectively what I feel is the best for her. You want to have this electrocution, which would be her weather witch. So yeah, you're never gonna leave the house with this. Okay, just get it, electrocution. That's it. That's gonna be your bread and butter. Okay, nothing else. Don't even think about it. That's all you're gonna need. This right here, pop it, dodge. We all know dodge is king in PvP. I don't need to say it more. This right here, since she does not have iframes, you'd be better off using this as well. The reason that I do say that is because when you pop this, you get all that extra invincibility. So like, and another thing is I think they slight buffed it. That's what it feels like. I feel like a slight buff. Because sometimes I feel like I'm popping this even when characters are in their iframe. Kind of like, oh, so it still works when they're in the iframe. This skill here, why? Most people use this skill because it tracks. And that track is very, very annoying. It causes people to use their dodge gauge when they don't want to. And also, it's very good for people with iframes because you can pop this and then they can go in their iframe, and in the cloud, the lightning cloud, it will literally stay where that person lands. So, you know, when Spider-Man does his little wing down, kick you, and now he's in iframe shooting his webs, well, the lightning cloud will land right where he would be landing at, and as soon as he's done in his iframe, he lands right into it. Now he has to use iframe, right? Correct? Now, you can play with this as much as you want to. The only reason I'm using this right now is because it just covers more ground. I think this is more of an Omega War skill. However, I did find success with this one because it has a high guard break damage. So if you care about that helps. And it tracks too, so that's good. Another honorable mention you can use, pop this for the decreased skill cooldown. Or if you just feel like maybe your storm is just not up to par, then go ahead and pop this right here, man. Give her some more defense, and now you got a defense up, you got invincibilities, and you got a dodge. So I'm probably guessing that's why they didn't want to give her no iframes because of that. But then again, those skills aren't really that much. This one right here, it doesn't matter much. Now, if you play Omega War, it's definitely a good skill. This one and this one, both of them are very good skills to use in Omega War. So if that's your cup of tea, then I'll probably say experiment with those. So, this is a look into my 1 million storm. I hope I was able to show most of the things that, you know, most people want to take a dive at. But like I said, the main thing you want to understand what Storm is, she's going to be a glass cannon. There's no way around it. She's more of a PvE kind of queen, not that much of a PvP queen. And again, her cards, she doesn't have things like defensive pierce, right? So the best thing that you want to do is you want to try to build up on as much shock as you want to. Because I feel like that's her best kind of skills, is shock damage. And the way that the shock damage works in this game, at least for her, the shock damage applies in tandem with the increased attack, not it is an increased attack, right? So this that I have right now is 20k attack damage along with the shock damage, right? Instead of, if let's say you have total damage on, right? That total damage would play right into the attack. See how they work in the tandem like that? Like, it's not its own separate thing. So you're not going to really feel that much extra damage per se versus just having a whole shock to it. Now, for some recommendations I have for Storm players, if you are free to play, do not worry, my friends. There are ways to get around this if you're free to play. Now, she has a costume fit in here that a lot of us did run before, you know, we got some regional gear on her. Let's see if I can find it. I think I passed it. I probably passed it. Yeah, I definitely did. Here we go. This right here is called her 80 set. Now what the 80 set do is it gives you attack rating. It gives you, if I'm not mistaken, I think it gives you crit as well, crit rating as well. And another thing that it does is it gives your weather witch, your electrocution, the one that I said that, bro. You're going to use it regardless. It is. Oh no, it's defensive pierce. That's what it is. So it's attack, defensive pierce. What I told you that she guys would be low on. As you can see, that's 11% defensive pierce. So that definitely helped towards her. And then her electrocution skill. That's her bread and butter. You're going to use that regardless. So you might as well get the +6 on it. Now, if you are someone who is a light spender, you're not going to spend that much. You just probably want to spare the bare minimum to go ahead and get your sets. Hydra set is probably going to be the best one. Well, here this is what it is. So I feel like this used to be the best one, but now since they buffed went ahead and buffed the defense pierce, in my opinion, I think Xandar might be the best one for her because of that defensive pierce. So you can go with either one, either Xandar or Hydra. I have Hydra right now because that's what I started before this game went ahead and buffed the defensive pierce. But so it is what it is. Now, if you a big blubbery boy, like you want to hop in this game, you just want to spend thousands. You don't care. You're gonna shell it all out. You're just gonna do it, man. All right, right. So now these are the uniforms that we're getting into. You're gonna have to run Steampunk because, like I said, it buffs her Weather Witch and that atmospheric control. I did tell you guys if you are not running any regional gear that you want to take that first skill off, but with that Steampunk, it legit gives a upper new meaning to it, right? Because this is just with +6. I'm already getting that, that 465%. Now, on top of that punk, that's another +6. So this first skill gets +12. Only God knows what that is. That's probably like 600%. That's 600% damage on a 9% skill cooldown. And that's 9% when you don't have any skill cooldown. Now imagine if you have 35+% on your skill cooldown. Now you're just going out there 50, 500, 500% to 600% on what are we looking like? Almost a 6-second cooldown, 7-second cooldown. So it all adds up. All right, everybody. So that's what we have to show you today for my storm. If you did like it, leave a like and subscribe. And I'm going to keep building her and bringing some more content with you guys. Usually I just run PvE with her. I guess I can show you guys what my rankings are. As you can see, I am a PvE boy. I don't really care about PvP. I need to hop back in special operations because she's definitely a monster in there. But as you can see, everybody above me in these game modes, bro, they're like fully stacked out more than me. Look, see, they're like uberly stacked out to me. So the fact that I'm even up here with these guys should tell you a lot of her PvE presence. There's actually another storm that is right below me. Look at this storm, guys. And it's crazy because this guy is like 1.2. Spent all that money for Rise of the East, right? And then you got this guy under him, above him. Look at this guy's storm. Not even 1 mil. So there you go, man. It goes to show you, man. Her PvE potential is definitely insane. So if you need a PvE goddess, man, she's there. She's going to wreck it, and she's going to do it for you. So I can't say enough about her. So what you guys need to understand is her pros is she's attack, okay? She's straight DPS, which this game revolves around this DPS. Now, her con is she's very Glass Candy-ish, but as you guys seen, they kind of understood that she was going to be a Glass Cannon, so they gave her some features that, will coincide with at least keeping her alive much longer. Bonus tip. Let's say you're just now starting out, right? You know what to do. I can throw together a build that we like to call the hybrid build. This is the build that everybody uses for both the PvE and PvP storms. So let me go ahead and get that out there for you. This attack, you're gonna have this on. Go ahead, switch it over to this fellow here. Yes. Alright, so you want to have that skill. You want to have your Weather Witch skill. You want to have your skill cooldown skill. I think that skill is basically whatever, but then you want to have this. Majority of the time, since it's PV, because you want to keep it PvP light central as you can while having it PvE. So I will go ahead and keep that tornado skill on as always. So you do as you please, man. Do as you please. I'm also going to be trying to get an ice build because I definitely want to check that out as well. So I will be bringing that to you. All right, everybody. Hope you like this. And if you did, leave a like, man. Leave a subscribe if you can, man. We trying to get there. We going to make it. I promise you we are. And if you loving this, man, be back for more. Peace out.